Elementary, that these students get nominated, and each 6 weeks we select one from every grade level. Okay? So in 4th grade, this 6 weeks, Casey Gatlin was our awesome eagle. So we're super proud of him. And then Charlotte Latimer was one of our awesome eagles.
There's one kid out there.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be. They were going to try. Yeah, they try to do the Texas pledge. You may be seated. Good job. Parents, they're going to take some picture ops over here if you want to.
Who's next?
Let me pull out the handy dandy thing. There was no one signed in for open forum.
No, so we can skip that.
So
right?
we're going to go straight to state cross country qualifiers.
Okay.
Amos
Okay.
and Coach are back there.
Nope.
Nope.
Give him a second.
What are you looking for?
You got it. You're up. Yep. Let them know what you're doing.
I'll take one of those hats too.
My name is Coach Davidson, the athletic director. Tonight we got the special honor to recognize our cross-country team. Our girls team made it to state for the first time since 2018, and our boys were 15 in a row.
18.
15 in a row with the team making it to state. Let's start with the girls' recognition. First one up, Brooklyn Beauty.
Happy, that's you. Good job. I'll take a picture, Mom. Go.
Marlene Church. Blakely Clark. Kate Davis.
Where is the WIP stand for?
Say again.
Kayla Foster. Heidi Hoffman. And Rachel Richard. Now for our boys, Adrian Collin.
Oh, he's here for band too. Boy, put that picture.
Caesar Del Val. Katie Jenkins.
Wait on mom. You go take a picture for you.
Go back over there. Mom's Oh, she can walk back here. They're not here.
All right.
She zoomed in. She's
All right.
Anders Liver. And Zane Reynolds.
cross country guy. Sure as fuck.
We had two more team members, Brendan McBride and Giovanni Campos, that are not with us tonight.
Cheese.
Good job. All right. We're not done.
All these guys, including the coaches, I mean, they put in full-time hours. They're up there. They start about 5:30 in the morning, and then they run all the way through the summer, and it's starting back now. So, also want to recognize the coaches. Head coach Mark Davidson. Assistant coaches Gavin Frick and Amber Davis.
That's cool.
Where's Crit going?
Chris, I don't know what to do.
Next up, Justin Crittenden, our high school principal, will present to acknowledge our area qualifying band program.
We're going to do bands a little different because there's a lot of bands, right? But, and that's good. And we're hoping those numbers grow next year and the year after that because what we all understand is when you start seeing some success, kids are going to want to go to that success. And I'm real quickly going to go through how last year during the summer went. So we opened up the position and I interviewed quite a few people. We had a bunch of people, me and Miss Etheridge did, in line to be interviewed, and we got fourth and fifth one in, and we still had some more to go. And we met Mr. Winter, and we interviewed Mr. Winter. And when he left, I said, look, we're going to shut down the interviews. And hopefully this guy will accept the job. And we called offering the position, he accepted it, so we were blessed that way here at Bellingham. And then now the process is we started with the assistant manager. So, of course, I'm going to let Mr. Winter lead that charge because it's going to be his assistant. So I said, you know, you're going to be, you kind of get these together, you come to me and we'll set up the time, and I'll be glad to sit there. And I said, the interview, it's going to be 51-49. You're going to have 51% of the vote, I'm going to have 49% of the vote to make this decision. And one or two, we interviewed two. We interviewed two people, and the second person was Mark, and I was like, and I don't know what you want to do, Wayne, but I know what I would do. I would shut down the interviews. I'd say, I'd offer this young man the job, and hopefully he'll take it. And we did that, and we took it. So we've been very blessed this year. And so at the beginning of the school year, we're going through the practices, and I asked Mr. Winter, I was like, how's it going? He said, oh, we're gonna get out of Reed, we're gonna go to area. And I was like, me being an old baseball coach, I like hockey. That's good. I like hockey. I like that. He goes, we're going to finish middle of the pack. And he goes, we're going to be right there because next year we're continuing to go to state. Well, what some of you might not know, if you don't know about the band, is they came within one of making the state.
Come on.
They within one making the finals to go to state. So that's like a huge accomplishment for a band program that's never even been to areas. So when we introduce these kids, we talk about all they've done this year. Just understand from the school point of view, we are, and our community point of view, we're very, very proud of them.
In alpha order,
Alpha order. We'll be here all day.
What does that mean?
alpha order, by last name, because that's how those plaques are set up over there.
Oh, alpha order.
After the section leaders, after the drum major and section leaders, then it's alpha order.
I don't know where you should be for a picture.
You might go tell them.
I'm gonna get on the
Already
way,
told
though.
him.
I think
Chris
they,
Crit.
I think they're doing it.
Y'all can come back here.
Oh, good. They're used to being.
Come on, stand back here. I'll get out of the way.
All of you parents can get photo ops on that drop screen. Keep on wrapping around.
He's coming.
he play? Percussion, and he does the sound.
Boom, 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 boom.
Hey, he's never done band. That's what he's got. He does. He's like, oh, when I play all area. Come on, man. So I'm teaching you the drum.
We love it.
Maybe a triangle.
I thought it was one more year.
Hey, but leadership. I love band. Look at that. I love that.
They got to practice they got an hour every day on Thursdays. Sunday, call these. It's a massive undertaking. But it was, for us, it was, but we still go to games, but we still like it. We had fun. And we made so many friends.
Good job.
Oh, okay. Why not hold your breath? Oh, because it's
$100,000 for
okay. Well, let's see it. Do it. Do it.
So he's about to take this opportunity to bring our quote on your baby. So he's got a lot there. He's about to come out here in.
Did you see those pictures of bucks? Those bucks I posted?
I've seen some, yeah.
Pretty big bucks. I saw one last night. It was a big 4-year-old. He probably is 4. He had tarsal glands about that big around. So I knew he was mature. I was looking at him. I was like, but he came out at about 200 yards. And he stopped and he piddled around with a doe for about 10 minutes. I thought, if you come this way, I may set this camera down and grab my rifle. But if you go this way, I'm gonna watch you and he went that way. And I was really glad because I didn't want to mess with a deer. I don't want to mess with one, period. I just want to take pictures of it. I took the other night.
Somebody said something the other day about he said, Eric's gotten to where he just cares more about it. I think he shot the deer he cares to shoot.
Yeah.
And he just cares more to
This is
shoot
a natural
camera
break.
more.
Mr. Winter's going to come up in just a moment.
I've killed
to the board,
some really
but
big ones.
Each one bites to go, but you might want to hear what he has to say tonight.
Okay.
Mr. Winter, you ready? We did last time.
Well, they're sharp.
She said just 8 years ago. 8 years? How long has it been going? 5 years?
Oh, is
8?
that when we got them?
Yeah.
Well, those are UNT. I mean, we got our hand-me-downs. Yeah. Woo! Woo!
The glasses are not included.
Okay, so I'm just going to pass this down, and y'all can pass it down. This is a quote from Fruhoff Uniforms. Fruhoff did the uniforms that we have currently. Those uniforms, we don't have enough of them. When I called to figure out how much it would cost to like do the same exact uniform, they're like, oh, we don't do that. And I was like, well, what's the recommendation? They were like, well, it's a brand new uniform. And so I got together with them. We're talking about like the second week of October. And I was talking to them about designs and whatnot. This is the design they came up with. What we kind of liked about it was a lot of this looks like talons and feathers. We also have this removable sash that has buttons on it. We can't remove it if we need to for whatever reason. We also liked the hat. Hat wrap. It looks really nice and sharp. Hopefully, can y'all see this?
Okay. Spin around, big guy. Let's go. Get up on that chair.
Things that are because of the different colored sleeves, we could actually take the gauntlets. We could actually do different, mix match. Also, because of the way that the band marches, if we're wanting a specific move or whatnot, we can show a green side, we can show a white side, and because the back is black, when the band turns around, it's going to give a totally different look as well to the judges and the audience from the back side as well. This hat wrap, what I like about the hat wrap is we would probably use the hat wrap mainly for competitions, but the hat itself has a really nice eagle on it. And there's a bunch of plastic parts underneath this, and then what they've done, and y'all are more welcome to pass this around and feel it. You can feel the felt on it where they've actually stitched it and so forth. The quote that they have is for 120 uniforms, because I was told to project out what we think we might do in the future. If y'all feel like that's too much of an asking price, then we could go down to 100. If we go down to 100, you're looking at now, instead of 103,000, you're looking right around like 87,000. So there's a considerable drop off there. Here's the catch, though. If we outgrow the 100 and we want to get more of these, because they will do that for us, we have to order 50 as a minimum order.
Sure.
So the catch is, if we do 100 and we need 101 or 102 later, we'll have to order 50 instead of just two or three
Don't
or 10.
you get barbecue sauce?
So just kind of letting y'all know about that. So
That's a rental. We're playing.
Strong.
so
Good.
yeah, so we just thought we'd present this to y'all, give y'all an idea what's going on. Also, we know y'all been in talks. Yes, sir.
Go ahead, finish.
We know that there's been some conversation about the trailer situation, because we have a 16-foot trailer right now, and we filled it up, and we were using Mr. Luna's family trailers to help us out. We definitely will need probably about a 20-foot or 34-foot trailer. I can tell you Gooseneck is the way to go, and I was talking to Mr. Davison, Micah Davison, earlier, and he was saying that the district already owns 2 trucks that can do gooseneck. So we were like, well, if they use one week, if we had something on the same weekend, and they could use one and we could use one, and that would solve that problem as well. And instead of us having to buy, another vehicle to transport one. So trying to figure out ways.
I know you're brand new, Mr. Winter. Can you give us a history? Why are we looking at uniforms now? What's the history of what we have?
So
you said we didn't have enough.
We didn't have enough, yes, sir. So the uniforms that apparently, I guess, Mr. Carpenter got when he came in, most of those uniforms were actually donated from UNT.
Correct.
And so when UNT donated those, they were getting new uniforms. Well, generally, when a band gets new uniforms are anywhere between 10 and 12 years old. So if you look at the fact that our program, this is their 10th year of existence, and then UNT gave us uniforms that were probably already 10 years old. We're talking about, we've had uniforms now that are about 20 years old. And so, and then whatever Mr. Carpenter brought in, the white tops, those might be right around 9-10 years old as well. So we're thinking that it may be time to do an upgrade, and that way those UNT stuff, we'll send UNT a thank you note and say, we appreciate your help, when we were getting started and established, but we can get those back to them, and then we can have our own.
So how long do you think we'd get out of these new uniforms then? Are you thinking 10 years then, or are you thinking?
10 to 12 years is generally kind of what happens with most uniforms. We can stretch it to 15 if we're really diligent with the kids about upkeep and making sure that we take good care of them and we're dry cleaning them. And these they don't want me to say this out loud. When I was talking for a while, they were like, "Don't say that out loud." I'm going to say it out loud. These are machine washable as long as it's cold water and tumble dry. So that's also a good thing. The other thing they were talking to me about was that the lining, it's stitched in lining, so it'll keep them nice and warm during the colder months. Also, I don't know if we can see it from here. There's a
bib.
Yeah, can you pull it up a little bit, maybe?
Yeah.
So there's a VV on the bibbers as well. So there's that. Also, the green bag that Mr. Crittenden had in his hand a second ago. It would come with a green bag that says VV on it as well. In addition to the hat will actually have its own hat box. Nice. So as well. And so what's nice about the bag is it has a nameplate for the kid to know that's their uniform. They're going to put VV on this side as well. They just kind of ran out of time. That's why they didn't do it. And then on the back side is a pouch for like their shoes or any other things they want to, store away while they're performing. So that's kind of the lowdown.
Any questions for Mr. Winter?
No, it's a great presentation.
No, they look good. Tyler's sharp.
All right, thank you for your time. Congratulations, guys. So proud of y'all. Good job.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
They were talking, I asked them what the turnaround on this was, and they said 210 days from when they get the purchase order. Okay. So whenever a purchase order, if this is something y'all decide to vote on yes for, the minute they get the purchase order, they'll send somebody out to come measure the 7th and 8th graders in addition to the 9th, 10th, and 11th graders to make sure that we have enough sizes to fit everybody. And then whatever sizes, like, obviously, we're not going to have 120 kids, but the extra sizes they'll fill in with what they think, based on their experiences, what should be filled in. And they said if we were to order these before Christmas, that we would have it by August of next year. And in some cases, the 210 is what they quote. In some cases, they can get it to 180. So they're saying that even possibly to happen in July. So it's possible to happen before the first home football game.
How do you put that top? You put it on at halftime?
Yes, sir.
And then you have the bib in the stands?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah. That's sharp. Yeah, you did a good job on them. They look good.
Yep. Thank you. Can we clap down?
Right. Yes, sir.
All right.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
No, this is sharp.
All right. Next on the agenda. All right. If you're with band and you'd like to go, you may. We're going to take a 2-minute break so that Micah Davison and his first group can get set up to present. Get your food now.
Those uniforms
Those
are
are
sharp.
Yeah, I like that.
Dang, those are sharp.
Is the hat?
Would you like me to take your potato home?
You're going to eat it.
Genius move.
No, those uniforms are nice.
Yeah, I like it.
It's a party.
So, with all that being said, 20 years old, everything in this district's old. Everything is
Including me.
No, you're young and vibrant.
We don't have a lot. I mean, those were hand-me-down uniforms.
No, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. No, it's, hey, no, I'm saying
You
it's
can
time
figure
to
it out
change.
the life of them.
I'm
You
just
figure
saying.
about $100 a student per year roughly is what the depreciation is.
You need to get your math. We have math experts in the seats.
I'm impressed those uniforms have lasted that long.
We have great kids. They do take care of themselves.
And those were good. Those were well-made uniforms. I mean, the UNT ones. Massive amount of money.
I just say everything you guys need to start. Get his max age limit.
I mean, essentially what you're asking for is
I remember that.
I'll vote yes right now. You already gotta have it.
Yeah.
Unlike some people, I'm not afraid of progress.
Nice things cost money.
No, the kids deserve it. I work my butt off. I pay my taxes.
That's what I mean. Like when Catherine and them, they had those backpacks. I mean, they took them in the stands and like at Tech. I mean, they had their hat on. Oh, I love it. No, believe me. Oh, keep it going, please. But when they'd put those jackets on because those things are hotter than sin. But they were in black the whole game.
Yeah.
Black and red.
No, I like that a lot.
I know Boosters is working hard for his money too.
That's another thing. What Brian just said. The band boosters, and we need to. I mean, I wish I'd have been here. I would like to enter that chili cook-off. But the turnout was fantastic.
Yeah,
but they need to do. I mean, they need to do more of those things. I think it's great. Those are.
They're planning and they're intending on it. I think they made roughly $4,000 at chili cook-off.
Basically, keep doing it. More people. We had a football game. I'd have gone.
Sure. And there was a lot of people that were just out of town or already committed at that point.
Yeah, that was. We had a couple of things at Tech that weekend, but it's no, those uniforms are strong.
One of our two action figures here, Valley View. We have a presentation. We have two presentations we're going to do for y'all this evening. second one is agricultural issues. If you were here last year, you heard that presentation, but you'll get to hear it again with a different group of kids. This first presentation is called Agricultural Advocacy. So this team won the district contest a week and a half ago. They advanced to the area level, and they'll compete at Anna this Friday for a chance to go to the state competition in Huntsville. We're really excited with that. They've worked super hard, both groups have, and really, really proud of them. Tonight we're not going to do questions, just for sake of y'all's time. And so with that, I would appreciate if no one gets...
Just real quick, could you explain the competition, how it varies in FFA, other UL events?
Yeah, absolutely. So FFA is a little different. We are not divided by classifications. So it is 1A through 6A versus each other. There's 1,121 FFA chapters in the state of Texas. So if we are to advance to the state contest, that's the top 24 out of over 1,100.
Let's go.
In our area, right now, we're the top 14 out of 104. So it's a really big deal. There's 20,000 FFA members in our area. So just the competitive level of it is pretty awesome from 1As to 6As to compete against each other, and it gets really cool. So it's a special thing to get to be a part of. I would ask if tonight, if you would not video the presentation or anything like that, just from a competitive standpoint, we would prefer it not to be on Facebook. The only time that it's visible is to the judges, and that's what we prefer. So with that, this is agricultural advocacy. Their presentation promotes an agricultural topic. So it is purely one-sided. So I'll let them take it away.
Everybody in Guyview knows if they go down to the gas station before 8 a.m. that they'll see a handful of town natives sipping their coffee, talking about the weather, and going on about the changes happening in town.
Mr. Newman always has a wealth of knowledge about the history of our town, the people that helped make it what it is today, and what made it so great in the past.
I always overhear them talk about the rain and how bad it is that we haven't had any in a while. It does seem like recently the conversations are a lot less about the rain and a lot more about land development.
For us, we have realized that lately our minds are a lot like the wise older men that fill those tables. We have started to realize that our rural town is dramatically changing, and pretty soon it is going to look different.
Our town is facing the imminent outcome of urbanization, so it got us thinking, what can we do to protect our agricultural heritage? What can we do to make sure that 50 years from now, Valley View still understands where its food comes from?
And even more so, that those who come after us have direct ties to agricultural production.
We are here today to present to the Valley View City Council on recommendations that we have to help embrace the growth that will come to our town without losing ties to agriculture in the process.
Cities grow,
Farms stay.
plant smart, protect today.
Thank you for joining us here our skill on protecting agriculture in our town as we begin to grow. Today we want to discuss 4 main points
we do to protect the right of farmers have to farm in our community? Farm to stay.
Historically, Valley View has been an agricultural community. It has visual indicators like the prominent pig mill as you come into town. But as you go down country roads, you can see constant remnants of old dairies. Cook County was once a contender for the highest dairy-producing counties in the state of Texas. Now, it sits with just 4 dairies holding on to their heritage. No doubt that urbanization is not the complete cause for these dairies ceasing to exist. Thankfully, many of those plots of land have been reserved for agricultural use to this day.
As you drive any direction out of Valley View, you still see an assortment of small-scale operations of various types, mostly equine, cattle, or hay production.
Agricultural ties are still present, but if subdivision signs pop up alongside the road, we should pass a local ordinance law that ensures farmers keep the right to farm in our community forever.
As non-farm individuals move into our town, we have to be sure that farmers aren't hindered by their presence. Pass laws that allow farmers to continue farming no matter how populated our town becomes. We think that some proper planning centered around agriculture could go a long way in helping protect the values and culture of our small town. We have to plan smart. We have a plethora of examples with nearby cities that have already grown to help us plan right for Valley View. As a community, we need to develop a substantial plan to be sure that we don't just grow, but we grow well. We can get every element of our town, from infrastructure to agriculture, if we take the proper time to plan well. We have 3 solutions after protecting the right to farm that will help protect our agricultural ties. We need to start protection for today.
There are a lot of ways to go about this, but one fundamental law would be to put some restrictions on these subdivisions.
Put restrictions on low-density housing developments. While larger plots of land are nicer for the owner, they take up more space. Cluster subdivisions take up less space and fit more people in a given area.
Our second proposal is that current farmlands be granted permission to carry on into the future. If it is already being used for agriculture, the owners of that property should be permitted to keep on using it for agriculture as long as they see fit. A grandfather program for farmers and their families. Our final proposal is an increased promotion for our local agriculturalists. The farmers market has continued to grow over the years, but even more support for our local farmers would go a long way.
We need to encourage our local communities to support our local farmers so that we can make sure that they don't go out of business as the size of our town continues to grow.
The local farmers market creates and builds awareness for what is happening in our community, and we need to see more of it. We hope we can push the promotion of agriculture in our community, and that we will do the things to protect our heritage. I hope that 20 years from now, we walk into the station to grab some breakfast before going to work for the day,
And that those old men are still sitting there sipping their coffee.
and we hear them talk about how proud they are of our town.
That our town is everything it's meant to be, with a great reputation of this industry as the backbone of our community.
Cities grow,
Farm stay.
plan smart, protect today.
That's excellent. Wow. Wow. Yeah.
And that girl will point you like that.
Wow.
Hey, Sheila, let's take a picture, y'all.
Golly. I mean,
That was really good.
yeah, no, it was excellent. Excellent.
Got you a fan. That was awesome.
I know.
Yeah. No, it's just really, really good.
It was good.
Really good.
All right, so our second team tonight. Again, if you were here last year, you heard this presentation as well. It's a little different than agricultural advocacy. We take a problem within agriculture and we form a presentation over the pros and the cons of that issue to let an audience form their own opinion. So it's called Agricultural Issues Forum, so it's meant to be debate style. This team placed second at the district contest, and will compete again in area this Friday.
Good evening. Welcome to Valley View's Brandon Restaurant. We specialize in meat for our coaches.
Wow, this menu really looks incredible. The pictures online look phenomenal. I can't believe we have such a high-end restaurant in our little town.
These prices are really good too. I mean, these steaks look incredible. There's so many choices.
Wait, what is the section labeled Equine Cuisine?
Yeah, what is equine mean anyways? That sure is a weird word.
Well, that is the newest protein source on the market. Equine and horse.
Gross. There is no way that I eat horse. They are like pets.
Wait, let's hear them out. I think it's kind of exciting to consider.
I mean, think about all the possibilities. How many horses are in this world, and how many are working like their actual income?
I don't even think it's worth considering. I mean, horses aren't meant to be eaten. That's why laws against this in Texas.
Now that we have your attention, horses have a rich history in our country. People think of them in a variety of lights. But worldwide, horses are viewed differently and serve additional purposes to what they do in the United States. The U.S. ranks #1 in total number of horses. While eating horse in the United States is nowhere near happening, we are near a total ban in the U.S. on horse exportation for harvest. Today we want to talk to you about the potential total ban on horse exportation to other countries for harvesting purposes.
The United States Department of Agriculture does a census every 5 years on all elements of agriculture. The 2022 census demonstrated the sheer number of horses in the United States. Nationally, there are 2.5 million horses being fed in the United States.
In Texas, there are over 274,000 horses. That puts our state at 11% of the total horse population. So 1 out of every 10 horses are in Texas.
On a local level, Valley has an incredibly high number of horses. The county is ranked fifth of all counties in the state of Texas with over 5,000 registered horses. We have the fifth highest amount of horse sales in the state of Texas with nearly 1,400 sales taking place from 2017 to 2022.
The sales value saw the third highest in the state with over $13 million in sales. In fact, if you look at our county with the 5 other counties we share lines with, our 6-county radius accounts for 21% of all income received from the sale of horses in Texas.
Needless to say, we are completely saturated in the equine industry in Cook County. Many consider North Texas the horse mecca of the state and country. It is a big part of our history and economy. The numbers we have just presented are only what has been found in the census, but it is estimated that there are closer to 7.2 million horses in the United States. Let's be clear, despite our restaurant scale, we are not proposing in this presentation that we begin serving horse steaks in America.
While Texas has not allowed the transfer of horses for harvest since 1949 and reaffirmed the law in 2007, there are of course things around this for people to continue exporting horses for slaughter.
Federally, it's being reconsidered today. The Save America's Forgotten Equine Act, SAFE, is being considered in the House of Representatives and will place a complete and permanent ban on all horse exportation for harvest in the USA and reiterate the ban of horse slaughter in America. The House of Representatives is for its inclusion in a new farm bill.
Today, the Valley View FFA Agricultural Issues Team would like to help you answer the question. Yay or nay? Should horse exportation for harvest be legal in America? My name is Brock Burke, and I will be serving as your moderator. With me today, I have Keegan Bridges and Tinsley Eric in support of horse exportation. In opposition, or the nays, I have Abby Knowles and Christian Cumming. Let's first hear from Keegan and Tinsley on the pro side.
As technology has improved, horses have been used for work and sport purposes in an increasing amount. Today, 11% of horses are sitting stagnant in pastures as pets and are retired. Our first argument is that ignorance towards exportation is neglect.
We must provide a way for horses to not suffer standing unused in pastures and find ways for them to continue serving a purpose after their end of use. It may seem strange for their new purpose to be exportation for harvest, but in most countries that is standard. There are only a handful of countries that it's unusual to eat horse meat.
It is estimated that 200,000 American horses go unwanted. When an animal goes unwanted, they also go without proper care. Not to mention the legal stimulation it takes to take care of an animal. It would be better for these horses to be exported to other countries to be put to use rather than sitting here neglected in the USA. There are thousands of cases of horse neglect each year.
Let's make sure horses serve a purpose throughout their lives. It may not be cultural norm for us to eat horse meat, but we
prime protein source.
This isn't just about meat packing. Feed production, transportation, inspection, and veterinary services would all see growth. Just like we support local markets on other agricultural products, we can meet the growing demand on horse meat while aiding our own economy.
According to the Food and Agriculture Organization, countries like Japan, Belgium, and China import thousands of tons of horse meat each year. This makes up of $900 million of our global market for horse meat.
While horse exportation is almost completely banned in the USA now, the USA is still contributing nearly 20,000 horses to foreign markets annually. This brings us to our third part of argument, which is that we have an overpopulation of horses in America.
It is estimated by the American Horse Council that 40 to 50% of horses are used for work or competition purposes. The other 56% are sitting idle in pastures as pets and are retired. If there are 7.2 million horses in the U.S., that means 3.6 million are serving no purpose.
We have 3.6 million horses that are consuming import feedstuffs, taking up usable pasture, and if you want to get controversial discussion, providing more CO2 to the atmosphere. With the limited amount of farmland and eminent urbanization of our country, we need to be using the land we have left.
At some point, we have to get past using horses for food simply because we work for ourselves. It becomes less of a conversation of horses and more of a conversation of feeding the world.
If we are going to consider a ban on horse exportation, we have to realize driving our actions for the future wellness of our country.
Most people have a very strong opinion on this topic. On the other side, we have those who are adamantly against exporting horses to other countries where they will be slaughtered. Let's now hear from Adam and Christian on the concept.
Let's first discuss the extreme animal welfare concerns associated with the mass transportation of horses. The poultry industry, swine industry, and beef industry have all had years of research to best transport animals for harvest. While further research could take place for equine transport, there just haven't been good answers thus far for best practices.
Horses are very different in size and shape compared to normal livestock, so strict regulations are required to properly transport them. For years, there's been arguments just on their transport. They often go long hours without food and water, and the fact that this transportation is outside the country creates a whole new layer of welfare concern.
It has been reported on multiple occasions in Canada that horses have exceeded the maximum transport time for horses sitting on crates at airport tarmacs. In the USA, we can't regulate how countries like Canada or Mexico cares for these horses.
This is more of a concern for horse owners because we are trying to remove our horses from potential neglect just for them to be neglected in the final days of their lives. This is unacceptable, and as agriculturists, we always want to see our animals taken care of.
Our second point calls into question the health of America's horse population. We have the largest number of horses in the world. What happens if we completely decimate our population? Over-exportation of horses can become a problem quickly.
We know that greed could quickly take over the equine industry if exports are let open to continue. Like in any industry, there are going to be people with the wrong intentions, and in a niche market such as this, we could really see the American horse population dwindle.
According to the American Horse Council, there are at least 1,000 breeding animals available in over 30% of U.S. horse breeds. That means mass exports could push some rare breeds towards unsustainable population levels.
Even if 10% of U.S. horses were exported each year, projections show that certain at-risk species, like the Tennessee walking horse, could face genetic constrictions in less than a decade.
Minimizing our horse population could also lead to a decrease in genetic diversity. With genetic variety already being a concern in the equine industry, a mass decrease in the population could lead to further complications down the road.
The most obvious and final reason for allowing the total ban on horse exportation is the deep connection to the horse in America. They are companions capable at nearly any age to provide a productive partnership with their owner.
That isn't to say that people can't have a deep connection to a pig or steer, but anyone that has worked with horses will tell you there's a deep and special connection to horses. Allowing these animals to be exported for slaughter is obscene and unnecessary.
Since 2007, Congress has stopped funding federal inspections of horse slaughtering facilities, which legally prevents horse meat from entering the U.S. food chain. That decision reflects U.S. sentiment. Surveys show that 80% of Americans believe that horses deserve different treatment compared to normal livestock.
Additional polls show that fewer than 10% of Americans favor horse slaughter. Over 80% view horses as athletes or companions rather than meat animals. From the U.S. military to the Wild West, these animals are deeply tied to part of our identity, and allowing
Americans have a deep and special connection to horses that other countries simply do not have. While they may see horses as meat, most Americans simply cannot.
After hearing from both sides of the issue, let's go back to Keegan and Tissy on the pro side for closing statements.
The benefits of horse transportation are too obvious. It offers a humane solution for managing the population of retired and unwanted horses. It should prevent them from suffering from neglect. This could provide economic benefits to people in the equine sector and enhance their lives. An international marketplace should be met.
The industry can adhere to strict transportation guidelines. We can ensure that animal welfare is indeed the most important. But voting a ban on horse transportation will help hedge the overpopulation of horses in America.
We will now hear final statements from Abby and Christian on the comm side.
The permanent ban of horse slaughter in America is not just about ethical considerations. It reflects a commitment to animal welfare. These animals are not like livestock and deserve the utmost respect. In addition to this, destruction of our horse population could lead to an unhealthy horse population with less genetic diversity.
If the question is proper care for retired and unwanted horses, we should focus on healthy alternatives such as rehabilitation, adoption, and sanctuaries. We must work towards the continued protection for these animals rather than continuing to discard them and maintain proper stewardship of these animals.
The conversation of horse exportation is not new, but in the next year, we may have a firm answer from the United States government on whether or not it will be permanently banned. If it isn't, it will leave the door open for states to continue exporting to countries such as Mexico and Canada. If the vote in the House and Senate goes through, it will end this conversation and leave horses with full protection in the United States. Thank you for joining us today. For yay or nay, should horse exportation for harvest be legal in America?
We just got a second. We just got a second.
Thank you so much for allowing us to come in tonight. We really appreciate it. We had 7 teams qualify for the area contest. We had one really sad disqualification that I can't get over, but and I keep talking about it. It's really frustrating. But we had 7 teams qualify for the area contest. We're really excited for that. And, all of our teams worked super hard. Really proud of all these groups of kids. And also just another stat for this group, the advocacy team, they've gone and done public presentations a lot over the past few weeks in preparation. We call those public forums. I think at this point, this is the last one they'll do before area, and this is number 23. So we presented to a lot of groups. Really proud of the work that they've done in the context.
Fantastic. Yeah, really good. Yeah, good luck. Good luck Friday. Yeah, wow.
We had this presentation last year, so last year we all sat down and kind of formed the presentation. This group, we kind of jumped in and used the same info. Initially, yes ma'am.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, really good. Really good.
Yeah. I have an unhealthy fear of Abby Knowles right now. I have an unhealthy fear of Abby Knowles right now.
She's good. No, that's what I'm telling you.
We'll take a quick break and we'll jump into our regular board session. Get you a drink, use the restroom over there. We're gonna do consent agenda and we'll jump into our admin report.
That's good stuff. World class. Those kids, that's unreal good.
Scott, as soon as we get, we'll run through.
That's strong.
Yeah. I like where do people
those kids are good speakers.
Yeah, I like it. They do good every year. I like it.
I gotta take mine Frere to get him a haircut for Friday.
Who?
My kid.
He's a little shaggy.
Well, he looks like Paul McCartney. He needs a haircut. That was really good. It's just fun to watch.
I like it. I enjoy it.
It's really good.
are you doing?
Hello.
How's Stetson?
He's doing good.
Come on.
He's acting well.
You around?
Oh, yeah.
Boy after my own heart. I like it.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
That was really good.
Oh, man. Is he playing basketball? Hey, I'm a state champion soccer player. Let's go. I get it. They stick fat boys at goalie.
Did you win state in soccer?
You played soccer?
I play goalie. Fat boys don't run.
Keeper.
I was in 7th grade and I was 6 foot
let
1.
the
That's
administrators go.
All right, let them roll.
Let them roll.
I think I grew 1 more inch.
Did you wear gloves?
And then after they're done, Scott will come up and do his AFL.
All right, gotcha. All right, we'll get back started, and next item up is consent agenda.
It's on your iPads. Y'all have had that in your possession for a minute here. It's going to be the minutes from last board meeting in culmination with bills paid, written, all the financial reports that are there.
The board book.
It was all on board book,
I move
yes.
that VVISD school board approve the consent agenda as presented.
Okay, we got a motion by Chris to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Got a second by Charlie. Okay, any discussion, any questions on it before we vote? Okay. All in favor of approving the consent agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, anybody opposed? Motion passes. Okay.
We'll start with Allison Nelson and admin reports.
All right.
Is she over there? Okay, so I couldn't see you.
I'm sorry. I'm struggling to get up. It's like I'm getting old all of a sudden.
I was going to say that.
Thank you.
Goodness
Oh,
gracious.
look
You're
at this
welcome.
data. Look at this data.
Did Johnny get to sneak off and go to a game the last two?
Yes.
Last week?
Oh,
Oh.
no.
No, not last week. Oh, he's there marketing
Yes.
Oh.
He does get to come home for Thanksgiving.
for Thanksgiving.
So I'm grateful
Gotcha.
for that. Okay. Like always, I'm not going to read all of this to y'all because I realize you're adults. I put our enrollment. We gained a couple of kids. It's kind of been back and forth with a couple of grade levels. We gain a few and then we lose a couple. But we went up to there. Our attendance is still sitting right around 99%. So we're
Great job.
right there.
That is awesome.
Good
And
funding.
Grades are about the same.
Look good.
Yeah, I feel like they're working really hard. I put events on the back. Those first two are obvious. The Thanksgiving meals are down here this week. Pre-K through first is on Wednesday, and then second through fourth on Thursday. Our next Valley View Cares meal distribution is on the 6th of December. That went great last time, so
Minus the rain.
yeah, they did a really good job.
Minus the rain.
Yes, I was gonna say, hopefully it doesn't rain this time.
It was a little wet.
It was. And then I don't know if I've told y'all about this before or not, but the FFA kids, the high school kids, so they do their local show down here, but a couple days before the local show, they do a stuffed animal show with the first graders, and the first graders get to bring their stuffed animal, and they teach them how to show an animal.
Oh, that's great.
It's really cool, and the kids just love it. So we're going to do that on the 11th of December.
Great.
So the kids always look forward to that. And then I just added on, I used that same chart for our 3 campus goals. So we're still focusing on student engagement, rigor, and vocabulary. We focus on one of those a week, or that's what we've been doing. When we come back from Thanksgiving, it's going to be all 3 every week. So I won't just be checking one, I'll be checking for all 3. But I feel like our growth has been, you can see the numbers on there. The teachers are working really hard. I've been really, really proud of the improvement that we've seen in the classroom, and I feel like we're seeing it in the data in the classroom too, with the kids and their scores.
Y'all do interim testing?
Yes.
Yeah. How
Yes.
often do you do that?
Well, we just did one last week, and we'll do another one probably in January. Somewhere in January, February. We usually try to do 2 interims, one in math, one in reading, twice before they actually do the real deal.
Good.
But I've been really, really proud. The teachers are working really hard, and so are the kids. So
The numbers, golly,
I know,
really, really good.
I know. They are. And we've had a lot of great conversations, right at the beginning, because you can see our data wasn't great at the beginning, but we knew that going in. That's why we set them as goals. But we've had a lot of great conversations in PLCs and planning meetings to talk about what that looks like, what the expectation is. And so it's been really good.
Keep driving
Uncomfortable
it.
growth.
No, it's good. I mean, it's
That's great.
it's a big points.
Yeah. It's awesome.
So I didn't get. What'd you say the attendance number again? The 10th rate. 99, boys. Let's go.
That's great.
All right.
Hope it sticks that way.
Thank you, Allison.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the office staff.
I mean,
John
it's
Melmo.
virtually 100% attendance.
Pretty much.
Good evening.
Hey, Mr. Miller.
I gave them jeans passes this week, so he's in
Yeah, hey, I've been
jeans tonight.
jeans.
Me too.
Jeans-
Me too.
Jeans are awesome.
They fit. They fit. All right, so just to go over some information from middle school, our passing rate for 5th grade this 6 weeks was 88%. 6th grade was 90%. 7th grade 80%. 8th grade at 89%. Our attendance, we had 94% in 5th grade, 97% in 6th grade, 94% in 7th grade, 97% in 8th grade. And a little bit, took an overall about a 2% decrease with 95%. Maybe we're getting into that season where people are getting sick and more people are staying home. Our attendance is holding strong, still at 261 overall, 63 students in 5th grade, 60 in 6th grade, 78 in 7th grade, 59 students in 8th grade. And just in addition to this information, we are also doing the STAR interim. I'm meeting with we just finished the English interim assessment last week, and we're going to be doing the math this week, starting tomorrow and Wednesday. And so I'm putting it together, and we're going to be meeting with the teachers, the English teachers on Thursday, and then after the break, I'll meet with the math teachers, and we're going to go over that data and make plans accordingly. Based off that data, what do we need to do? What action steps do we need to take?
Great.
Thank you.
All right.
No, thank you.
And maybe it's prior to me being on the board, but we don't mail home progress reports or report cards anymore. So how does a parent get notified if their child fails for 6 weeks?
Typically, they log into the sender or parent portal, and that's how they see their grades.
So there's no notification from teacher?
I get it from Ryan all the time.
I was gonna say, my kids' teachers reach out to me about missing assignments or anything like that.
That is the
They
expectation.
do. They reach out. leading
Teachers.
up to the end of the 6 weeks. Yes, that is an expectation.
I feel like I get email alerts for
Well,
everything.
I have mine set.
Oh, but you're meeting
I'm
parents
just,
that maybe don't.
I'm meeting about parents maybe that don't or something
Right.
like that.
Devil's
But that's,
advocate, yeah.
you know.
But I will say there's a concerted effort from our office staff to get every kid, and especially in secondary, on the student and parent portals.
Yes.
We are
My
working.
son has his own, too,
Right.
but I'm just
Right.
talking about
We're working
parents
on-
and
working on that
working
process.
a little bit more, notifying a little more
I hate
ahead
it
of
at
time.
6, or I used to hate it at 6.
Yeah.
And our teachers reach out, and some are better than others, but I encourage them and want them to be reaching out to parents.
I was just curious, you know, because
Good.
I honestly didn't even realize that those weren't going on. You know what I mean? Like, because I do get the notifications.
Digital
and
age.
stuff,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I know way before the mail gets it to me.
Thank you,
Yes,
Mr. Miller.
right, me too.
Thank you.
Hey, Miss Davison.
No Chris.
No, hey, he's not getting run over by Crit again. He's going to
Crit
afford.
ran me over last time I was here. So I was sore the next day. So,
Crit stole his thunder, boy. Zeus lost his.
I didn't know what to talk about after he.
Sorry.
But
Keep it professional, boys. Let's go.
we rolling into basketball, and I think our girls program as a program is, I think, was 9-1. I think they lost one junior high game. Varsity girls are 3-0. They started off real good. Our boys got first game was a win, and then they traveled down to Grapevine last week for a tournament. So
Big school.
I think it was a pretty big tournament for them. So, but Coach Moore knew the coach down there, and so he got into that one. But if you like basketball, you can probably find a game any night of the week except Wednesday. But other than that, you can probably find a game. Or if you like basketball on a Wednesday night, you can come up and find a bunch of youth practices going on. So I think both gyms are going as soon as our kids get out of the gym. I think they fill back up with more hoopers. I think our youth sports have. I don't know how many teams. I want to say it's like 30 teams or something like that. It's a lot of teams.
Every kid's playing basketball.
Hey, it's the culture. The culture is shifting. This culture is shifting.
Yes, they utilize every gym we have. I know Abel practices down in the elementary gym. So ever hoop's getting used. So we need to
As it
replace
should
the
be.
hoops by the end.
As
of
it should be. Okay.
Track repairs going on.
Necessary
Those
evil.
should be done probably mid-December. We had to shut down the stadium. They told us we couldn't even get on it, and I had 3 coaches after I sent them the message that said we couldn't get on. Well, can we get on the turf? No, we can't. Can we get on the stadium? No, they told me to lock down the whole thing. They were worried about rebar and different things going on in their equipment, and so they just told us to stay completely off of it. But other than that, y'all got any questions for me? I never asked for questions.
I should train you not to ask questions.
We're working on discipline in the off season, despite what's going on in the high school hallways. We're doing our best to curb some of that, but we're trying hard. So.
There's not.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that segue because our discipline is down about 62% this year. So
Damn, what?
I appreciate him
62%.
that.
Nice.
This right for the segue. Couple things. He did talk about that. I was actually going to talk about the discipline. Our discipline is down considerably this year from last year. I consider that, just our teachers, our kiddos. I'm going to segue in from that into, I don't know if you know this, we have congressional debate now. That's one of the things we brought to the high school. Ms. Nistimsky does that. She does a fantastic job. And what's so great about that, she's captured some kids who aren't really involved in a whole lot of stuff, and she's really kind of infused them, incorporated them into that UIL event. If you know anything about congressional debate, it's, they pass laws, they present these types, so there's debate. You have to be quick-witted, you have to be pretty sharp for this, and a good speaker, oration, things like that. So one of the little kiddos, a little gal that she was in quite a bit of trouble last year, is on that congressional debate team. And last week when they were competing, I was doing tardies, and she had some excessive tardies, so I called her and I was like, look, you got too many tardies. And about this time of year, between Thanksgiving and Christmas, is when the tardies will start to get to the point where they've escalated. We've got to do some discipline about that. So I talked to her, and I was like, look, you're going to have to do some discipline, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, Mr. Crick, can we please do it at the end of the week, because I don't want to miss school. She goes, I don't want to miss this debate. So I was like, yeah, I think we'll do that. She had 0 discipline this year before the tardies got escalated to the level where it's going to prompt me to have to get involved with it. So when we introduce these type activities that we're doing at the high school, the middle school, we introduce all this new stuff, people are like, well, why are we changing some stuff? Well, we're changing some stuff because as our demographics have changed, as our kids have changed, we're trying to catch up with those kiddos and keep them involved. So I'm very proud of that young lady, and very proud of Ms. Nistimsky about they did some really good things. It's the first year, so you're going to take your lumps here and there, but she did a good job.
One of those girls who was in trouble last year ended up being state qualifier.
Yes, that's right. She came in 5th, and she's a second
onto the state.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's a second. So
For
first time
debate, that's really good.
Yeah. First. So if we have a couple kids drop out for whatever reason, she would be then the alternate to get to go to state. So we're very, very proud of Sandy Young. Fundamental 5, we've been infusing that into our PLCs. We're doing interim testing between Thanksgiving and Christmas as well. So we're going to, the interim testing, it's good in some areas, and in some areas as a principal, they could make it a little bit better. We'll see how it goes this year, how that translates, what it's going to look like for our data. But, we'll make decisions after that and see if we want to incorporate that further into the way we do things at the high school. But, just very happy. Our teachers came back from the Fundamental 5 conference, and they actually presented to our staff. So we don't mind sending our teachers things, but we tell them, you're going to come back and be a teacher of teachers at that point, right? We're not going to send 15 teachers. We might send 2, and then you come back and train the other 15, so we kind of get the double dip there and get a little bit of a bang for our buck. So
good job.
We've been having a lot of good things at high schools.
Sure.
Come stand in the hallways. We invite you to. It's a great environment. Our schools run great.
And good job on getting a lot more of our kids involved. The percentage of kids that are involved in something.
Yeah, like last year we had like a pretty good, we're not quite at half of that, but we got I think 40% deduction kids that weren't involved in anything. So we're at 40% next year, maybe we'll get another 40%, and that's a good number as well.
You were going to meet with those kids.
We did.
You did?
Yeah, we called them in the library, just similar to we did last year.
Yeah.
We saw about a 40% reduction in what we had last year compared to this year.
It's
So
not
you get 30
chipping,
kids
it's
that aren't involved in
bots,
anything, but
big
everybody
bots.
else is.
Yeah,
That's
it's really good.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it went from
Great.
like 23.
Because it's hard to get a high school kid interested in anything.
Sometimes, sometimes. We hire eclectic staff, right? We
Yeah.
want diverse staff.
Yeah,
that
she
kind
is.
of grab different.
Oh, she's fantastic. I mean, she's hilarious.
Godson.
Oh,
Talking about Miss Vicinity.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, she is
yeah.
really good. I like
Godson.
her.
I mean, she's just she's reaching kids that others would not.
Yeah,
it's
she
really
reaches
fun to
those
watch.
kids that other teachers want to choke sometimes. She does.
Yeah.
She does a good job.
But they don't
Metaphorically
misbehave.
speaking.
everybody likes her. I mean,
Yeah, she does.
We don't put hands on
great.
Great job.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
thank you.
Thank you.
Jesse Newton.
What is Jesse doing?
Won't talk as long as Brittany.
Amen.
I want to
Beat up.
Campus admin staff's doing a great job of continuing to work with Texas Instructional Leadership, continuing with our school-wide cultures routines, our observation and feedback cycles. I'm working with them as they coach the teachers. I'm coaching with them, and can't say enough about their buy-in, about all the hard work they're doing, and they're doing a great job. The TIL staff that we work is very impressed, as well as everybody at ESC 11, especially on the continuous improvement team. Do we want to talk about LASSO 4 now, or are you going to?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and talk. Okay. LASSO 4, LASSO Cycle 4 grant. Applications due December 3rd. We are continuing to investigate and look into different opportunities just to keep y'all informed. That's one of the requirements. There's the LIFT grant, leadership support or instructional support. Other things like Grow Your Own, teacher
Is it a federal
residency.
program?
Yes.
Is it a federal program?
This is a grant.
Grant.
State
A
grant.
federal,
State grant.
state grant.
Right.
Okay, yeah, okay.
LASSO grants are generally to help schools enhance their observation feedback, like what we're doing right now, PLC support, help
Okay.
you pick out curriculum, although the state's kind of pushing everybody towards a certain curriculum right now,
Shocking.
and high quality instruction materials. So that's something that we are looking into, and we've got till December 3rd, trying to decide exactly what to apply for. So.
Okay.
That's it.
Great job.
All right. For me, tonight, Scott Scarborough has showed up for the financial report. I'm not going to go into a budget report. I'm going to let him do the financial report in my stead. But I would talk about attendance with everybody. We're at 882 today. Again, up and down. We've been at 887. We've been at 890. But there's just an ebb and flow to the year. I do foresee us finishing the year out over 900. Just because of momentum happening in the community and people reaching out to us asking questions about our school district. So I'll keep y'all abreast of any of that, those opportunities that might come forth. But without further ado, Scott's been patient with us tonight, sitting in that chair. So this is Scott Scarborough. Go ahead, Scott, introduce yourself and let's go through our annual financial report.
All right, great. So my name is Scott Scarborough. Our firm is Hankins and Easta, many different names. We're in Denton, so just drove up the road. Happy to be with you tonight. We had a great audit process this year. We've got a wonderful, clean, unmodified report. Financial statements are materially correct. Staff is wonderful to work with this year. So really appreciate the opportunity to be here tonight and kind of give you an overview of what we did and the results, and then answer any questions that you might have. We have the chance to work with this year we'll work with 51 of the 1,100 school districts in Texas. We've been working with school districts since 1968, so going back a long time. This year's a little bit unusual in that this report is not due to the state until next February, which is kind of an unusual thing that's happening. Usually it's due by Thanksgiving, but the state's putting in a new computer system to receive these reports, and that system won't be ready till the end of January, if it's ready by the end of January. So it'll be sitting on the shelf ready to go. You were actually the very first audit that we finished this year. So it was just sitting on the shelf waiting to just visit with you. Then it'll sit on the shelf a little bit longer until we submit it to the state at the end of February. What I thought I'd do is just take you to the table of contents on page 1. I want to mention a few things that I think you might be interested in. If you're not that familiar with governmental financial statements, for the outside public, we actually present the financial information at 2 different levels. One is the government-wide level. It starts on page 18. So if you're a businessman, if you're a business person, if you're familiar with a balance sheet and income statement, the financial statements that you see on page 17 and 18 are most like a for-profit entity. All of the funds are added together. All of the accounts are presented. Short-term assets, long-term assets, short-term liabilities, long-term, it's all there, just like a for-profit business would be. But as you know, governmental entities tend to work at a fund level. So fund level financial statements are actually presented beginning on page 20. So on page 20, that's where you're going to see what you're accustomed to talking about: general fund, debt service fund, capital projects fund, all of the grant funds. So beginning to page 20, almost to the end of the report, is the detailed information on all of those different funds. So I'll walk you through kind of a couple of key metrics and then see if you have any questions when I'm done. But if we turn to page 24, let's start with probably what you're most familiar with. This is going to be your income statement at the fund level. So if we start with the general fund and go to the so-called bottom line, you can see that we're ending the year June 30, 2025 with a positive $3 million fund balance in the general fund. That represents, I think, close to about 24% of your annual expenditures. TEA likes to see a minimum amount around 24-25%, so you're kind of right where you want to be in terms of what they're looking for. Debt service fund, positive fund balance of $849,000. Of course, that money can only be used for debt service payments on your general obligation bonds. And then your child nutrition fund is sitting at zero because we had to transfer from the general fund about $30,000, $29,992, to zero out that fund this year. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty common for a lot of school districts to have to support the child nutrition program with a little bit of money from the general fund. On the next page, page 25, is the sum total of all your other funds.
Yes and no.
Those are the so-called non-major funds. Those are things like your grant funds, federal and state grant funds. That would be things like your campus activity funds. That would be things like any miscellaneous other minor fund, all get aggregated in that final column. The other thing that I would point out is the financial report, of course, has budget to actual comparisons. You adopt a budget at the beginning of the year, end of the year. The general fund budget comparison you're going to find on page 27. And then the budgetary comparison for the child nutrition program is going to be found on page 84. And then the budgetary comparison for the debt service fund is on page 85. So that'll give you kind of a chance to look. You know, the only recommendation I've had, and I've talked to Superintendent Womack, is just make sure at the end of next year you pass those budget amendments to cover any changes to the budget which naturally happen with unforeseen circumstances that occur during the year. And we'll kind of help with that process along the way.
Any fund balance movement would require board approval.
Right, yeah. Now again, on page 17 and 18, though, is where all of this gets added together. So we probably want to end with kind of taking a look at, maybe let's go to page 18. These are all of your funds added together. Also, at the government or at the fund level, which we've just been looking at, you don't see things like property, plant, equipment, fixed assets, or your long-term debt balances. You see that when we get to the government-wide financial statements on pages 17 and 18. But you can see on page 19, you ended the year when everything is added together with a positive net position of $8.6 million. And that's with also implementing a new accounting principle that we had to implement this year. The folks that passed those rules said that we had to change the way that we calculate the compensated absences that people get to carry forward, paid time off. that they get to carry forward in the new year. We actually have to record that as a liability in the governmental financial statement in a way that we haven't done before. In the past, we only recorded a liability if there was an obligation to write a check to someone. The new accounting principle is not only if you record a liability for what you might write a check for, but also for an estimate of the amount of the time that they might actually use during the year.
That's in this, that's in that eight.
That 8.6 million is after that new accounting. In fact, you can see the cumulative adjustment for that new accounting principle is that prior period adjustment that took 1.5 million out of your net position just by implementing that new accounting
For a
principle.
time, well, like for in money?
Like daily rate.
Yeah, you value it at, it's the hours or days times their daily rate.
Their daily rate.
So if you have a teacher that gets paid a certain daily rate and they have 30 days that they can use, that you have to consider that.
Right.
Because you're saving it for the following year?
Essentially.
Or we could,
Yeah, you
it's
owe
a
it to
liability
them,
because
is the
we
way to
owe it
think
to
about
them.
I see
Right.
what you're saying, so you're already accounting for that so that you're, okay.
Yeah,
I'm like, how are you doing multiplying time, the money? And-
yeah. Out of the
We deal
1,100
with
school
daily rates all the time here. We do a daily, hourly rates even.
Yeah, okay.
Out of the 1,100 school districts, I don't know anybody was happy about recording that this year. So, but we got that done. Your staff was wonderful in terms of working with us to kind of estimate that amount. As always, we also audit your federal programs. You have to remain eligible for that federal money going forward. Many times we're looking at the child nutrition program because it's your big program. Happy to report no findings in that area as well. So overall, just a really great audit process this year. Is there any questions that I might be able to answer tonight? I know this is a lot to digest.
Can I ask one
Yes, ma'am.
question on 24? You said that the ending fund balance, that's that the state requires you to have a certain amount, or they like for you to have about 24%. Is that what you said? Is that what that?
Yeah, I mean, you know that first rate. Have you ever heard the first rating?
Yeah.
So you get the full number of points if you have a certain number of
Okay, so the
a
3
certain
point
amount.
whatever million we have in there is like that. You want that
You're
because
in
for
the
this-
neighborhood. They'd like
yeah,
to see about 25%. You're just short of
of
that.
24. Okay,
Right.
so yeah.
To get an A
Yeah.
rating.
Yeah. I'm with you. The
Right.
first rating. That's why I was just making sure that I heard you right. That we need to have that money in there for
Yeah.
them to see. Okay.
90 days or whatever they recommend.
3 months. 25% of operating.
Thank you. I'm not always surprised.
Was there anything alarming or concerning that we need to be addressing?
No,
That's a good question.
not at all.
And do you do our first rating? No. So that,
No.
who does the first rating? That's through the
State,
They-
TEA.
So
They
you'll
take
send
this
to them, and
report.
that's how we get our first rating.
Right.
Through this.
That's
Okay.
We work
exactly
with your
That's what I
staff to
thought.
submit this, and they'll pull numbers from
That's
this
correct.
report, among other things that are outside this.
Yeah.
report.
Okay.
I think there's like 31 different things that they look at.
Okay.
If you ever the first on their website, it'd go down every single thing that they look at, and you can compare districts to where.
We usually get that in January. Oh, probably not this year since this isn't going to be
No,
submitted until
well,
February.
we got it in summer.
Oh,
Summer.
that late. Okay.
It may not be this time, depending on this situation.
Yeah, gotcha.
We'll see when we get it. Now, here's the thing. Some districts put out there that they were this rating. If you're not that rating, you shouldn't be doing the job. So I didn't post our first rating, which is
No, I agree.
the highest you can get. I didn't put that on Facebook.
Yeah.
We have kids to put on Facebook.
Yeah, I agree.
I do want to circle that. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
All right, great.
Yeah,
Thanks so
thank you.
much.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
you having
Thank
me tonight. And,
Yeah.
Well, what an impressive group of kids you're raising.
Thank you.
I do want to say that. Yeah, that's great.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
very much.
All right. So that'll take us into action items tonight. We have several. They're inside your folder if you'd like to take a look at those. The first one is discuss and consider our annual finance report that was just given and is in your possession as presented by Scott Scarborough.
I move that the DISD board approve the annual financial report for the 24-25 FY as presented.
Fiscal year last year.
Okay, so we have a motion by Christie to approve the annual financial report.
Second.
Okay, a second by Kathy. Does anybody have any questions or anything to discuss? Can you touch on that 29,000? That one that
Yeah, I can
yeah.
talk to that. So he said that we had to pull out of our operational fund $29,000 into the food. That's a huge increase. That's less than we pulled out last year. Miss Swan does a phenomenal job in our kitchen. It's very difficult to make money in the kitchen anyway, but through our grant, CEP grant in particular, that allows for our kids to eat free here, that's based upon our low socioeconomic number. Now, that was to go out for 4 years. We're in year 2 of 4 right now. The state may have to renegotiate the terms of that because of their funding loss. So even though they granted it to us, now we're in limbo. And so that number could potentially go up, but we offset with a la carte. Like, we do everything we can without putting a huge burden. If we're providing lunch, we have a la carte for those kids, cookies and ice cream and stuff like that to try to offset what we anticipate losing in the kitchen. So what would happen is for us to break this even is to cut staff, those type of things. But we are staffed where we're supposed to be staffed right now.
And we're doing what's right for our kids to provide the free lunch.
Always.
Okay. Anybody else got anything? Okay. Everybody in favor of approving the annual financial report, please say aye. Aye. Anybody opposed? All right.
Next is in your packet was the engagement letter that was sent to y'all last time to re-engage Hankins Eastep in their services again. It's an annual. We go year by year with them to take into consideration that engagement letter for them to represent us again this next year.
Renewing them.
It's a renewal. It's called an engagement letter, but it's a renewal.
I make a motion that the VVISD School Board approve the letter of engagement with Hankins Eastep to continue partnership in regards to the annual third-party financial audits.
Okay, we got a motion. Okay, we got a motion by Kathy and a second by Brian to approve the letter of engagement for Hankins Eastep. Anybody got any other questions? Any discussion on it? No. Everybody in favor, please say aye. Aye. Anybody opposed? Okay.
These are 3 separate agenda items, but Mr. Newton addressed all 3 of these last month. We told you that we would present that. I'll put that in your packet as well. He spoke about the improvement plans and then the turnaround plan for middle school. Each one of these will require action because these have to be turned in also to the state. So that's what these are on the action item for.
Yeah. Okay, so the first one is 5C is a target improvement plan for the elementary school.
I move that the VVISD School Board approve the elementary school target improvement plan for the school year 25-26 as presented.
Okay. Who was it?
Jamie.
Okay.
Jamie.
All right. So we got a motion by Kathy, a second by Jamie to approve the elementary school target improvement plan for 25-26. Any questions? Any other discussion? All right. All in favor of approving the plan, please say aye. Aye. Anybody opposed? Okay. Next up is the high school plan.
I move that the VVISD School Board approve the high school target improvement plan for the 25-26 school year as presented.
Okay.
I'll second it.
All right. All right, so we have a motion by Chris and a second by Brian to approve the target improvement plan for the high school. Any questions or discussions on it? Okay. All in favor of approving the plan, please say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay. Lastly is the turnaround plan for the middle school for 25-26 school year.
I move that the VVISD School Board approve the middle school turnaround plan for the 25-26 school year as presented.
Okay. We have a motion by Jamie. Second by Kathy to approve the plan for the middle school for the 25-26 school year. Any questions or discussions? Everybody, if all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Anybody opposed? Okay. All right.
Who seconded that? I'm sorry.
That would be Kathy.
Kathy, I'm sorry. I was reading something. Go ahead. The next item on your agenda speaks to Mr. Sent an email. There's an email in there that was sent to me by the CAD office, and they're doing their election process.
Do we vote as a District 1 vote?
No, we have votes because of the size of our entity. We can cast all of our votes for one person, or we can separate those. That's what I was going to explain to y'all. Just need.
Carl. Yeah, that's what, I mean, that's who we're nominating.
Well, they can say one, but that just means all of our votes go to that one entity. 1 second. I thought I had it right here. I have it right here. Yeah, it was it. Yeah. So, this is my Canvas report. My apologies. I have stacks of paper. My apologies.
Carl Mom.
Yeah.
I was looking for it. That's why I missed that last one. Where did I write it? You know what? I need the label and color code.
You may want to think about label and color code.
Hey, something like that. It should be right here in order. It was paper put together. So here are the candidates as your reminder for your candidates: Nancy Brandon, Jeff Brown, Nathan Dempsey, Carl Mon.
Yeah, Carl.
Okay. So I mean, y'all. So we have a total of votes of 279 votes. Again, we can spread that across 4 candidates, or you can choose to put those all on one candidate. That's the discussion here that you need to have as part of the discussion, and then make a motion.
I don't know anybody but Carl.
Carl's the only one I know.
Yeah.
Who are the names again?
Nancy Brandon, Jeff Brown, Nathan Dempsey,
I know him.
Carl Mon.
I know Nathan. He's a fine fella.
But you can't quit smiling.
No, I like him actually. He's a great guy.
Jamie?
Yeah. This is y'all's discussion. I just give you the information. Y'all make a decision. I was just letting you know how it works. This is not a normal item. I'm just saying.
I mean, yeah. Carl. I mean, you're throwing. Yeah, I mean,
What did I do again? What does this person do?
Board of Directors.
For the
This is the election. CAD
Your
election.
oversight for the CAD district, make sure the CAD district's not shorting your.
It's the election.
Yes.
If you have like an appeal or.
Right. Well, those are part of the board. This is the Board of Directors. This is election for Board of Directors. These are casting our votes for the Board of Directors. That's what you're doing.
They get all the nasty phone calls. Not all of them, but some of them.
I didn't see Kathy Ritchie's name on it. Just kidding. Okay.
Kathy,
One board's enough.
Okay. So, is there a consensus from you guys?
It's up to them. I think we've all consented over here.
I'm
They-
good with just
Carl.
He's the only one I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
This requires a signature. So what I'll do is I'm going to write on here. What I hear is 279. Then I'll need someone to make a motion.
Yeah.
What's that?
I move the VVISD School Board approve the votes associated with Cook County Appraisal District Board of Directors election as discussed for Carl Mott. All votes.
Okay. We got a motion. Okay. That was a motion by Chris and
Second by Kathy.
Second by Kathy. I thought it was Christy.
It was me. But
Oh,
it's
what's
okay.
somebody?
I'm gonna put it as Christy. So I'm writing Christy down. Okay. All right. So we got the motion to approve the votes associated with Cook County Appraisal District Board of Directors as discussed for Carl Mon. All votes. Any other questions, discussion? Okay. All in favor, please say aye. Anybody opposed? All right. Congratulations, Carl.
All right, next item is an annual item. It's a discussion, the membership, it's an interlocal agreement with Region 10, ESC, Multi-Regional Purchasing Co-op. We purchase supplies, food supplies with them annually, but it's an annual renewal because it's a service center contract or interlocal agreement. So this is just standard action in tonight's meeting. This was presented by Sarah Swan to me to present to you for your approval and consideration and or approval.
Okay.
I move that the VVISD School Board approve the participation in the interlocal agreement with the Region 10 ESC Multi-Region Purchasing Cooperative as presented.
All right, we got a motion by.
And I did read it.
You read it very well.
Good job.
We got a for motion by Kathy to approve the interlogical agreement with the Region 10 ESC Multi-Region Purchasing Co-op as presented. So motion by Kathy. Second by Jamie.
That was Jamie down.
Jamie knows. All right, so we got a motion by Kathy, a second by Jamie. Any other questions? Anything? Discussion? Anything? All right. All in favor of approving the motion for the interlogical agreement, please say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay. All right. Next one's canvassing November 4th bond election.
Yes. So this is the order to actually close out the bond, the election. Some school districts don't even go through the process, but we do. We will tonight. Documentation is here that has to be certified and sent back to Leon Alcala for Prop A. On here, it asked for me to write the votes. It was 450 votes for, 687 against. It requires signatures by board and secretary. And then it also has our voting total here. So now I gave you the votes. Now you take the order of canvass on the motion.
Okay.
I move that the VVISD board adopts the order
Canvassing.
canvassing returns and declaring results on bond election as presented.
All right. Motion by Christy Tarrant for canvassing the November 4th bond election.
Jamie.
Second. So any questions, discussion? All right, all in favor of approving the canvassing of the November 4th bond election, please say aye. Aye. Anybody opposed? All right.
7-0. I'm writing that on the documentation. I'll be signed and sealed and sent back. Not certain. That has to be. Doesn't have to be notarized. Just sealed. School sealed with signatures.
Okay.
All right. No, it's a press. This is not the 1500s.
That would be cool if you got a wax seal for us.
All right. Last motion. So I attached the abbreviated version, the annotated notes of the 1380 page policy update 126 that y'all have. These are local updates. You do not take action on legal updates. These are the TASB annotated notes for local policy. There was nothing alarming in there. There were some things that you might need to know just off the top of your head. One of them, the big one was it changes. We can change our local policy now if we're doing any vendor work. Instead of $50,000 being the threshold, it moved that one up to 100. That was a pretty big one. There's some other restrictions that come in. We don't have this issue here with board doing jobs for the school, but some school districts have people who on their board who work with that small school. That is an issue now. Anyway, just saying there's some things like that, but that was all. You guys all had access to that, so okay. I was just bringing up this update to you for your consideration.
Okay.
I move that the Valley View ISD School Board approve the TASB policy updated 126 as presented.
All right, we got a motion by Brian and a second by Charlie. Yes?
Yep.
All right, that's right. The motion was made. TASB local policy update 126.
126.
All right, any questions, any discussion? All right, all in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? All right, motion passes.
All right. At this time, we don't have any other information items, executive session. Jesse, what was that local? There was I said I need to go into executive session for code 551. Hang on, he's got, did you still have it? 071. To speak of legal, we may have to get the lawyer on the phone.
Yes.
Just to talk about that, but other than that, we need to, we'll go into, at this time, executive session. At this time, we're going to pause our recording.
Oh my goodness.
1 hour and 40 minutes into the meeting. Coming out of closed session, November 17th school board meeting at 8:58.
I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
Okay, motion by Christy, second by Chris, that we adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned at
Meeting adjourned.
8:59.